I know I'm only managing to fit in videos for the Young Pagan Circle these days and not my personal channel. That's because I've been so freaking busy, literally. My circle now I'm going to on Mondays and Wednesdays because I'm going to the advanced development class, which I've been personally invited to, which is freaking awesome. I've been working obviously, just tons of things, doing photo shoots, etc. By the way, look at my awesome nails. I put zebra tips on the bottom of them. They're those little nail things you got, and I got them from the pound shop or the dollar store as they have it in America. I'm being inventive. Anyway, so this week's topic is, refer to my email I sent around, books in your craft. So this is from Priestess of Hathor, and the first question is, what was the first book that you ever read that was pagan? The answer to that, I believe, is, it's hard for me to think because I kind of bought a couple of books at the same time, bought a load of books to read. I think the first one I ever read was Silver Ravenwolf's To Ride a Silver Broomstick or something. I think that's what it's called. Sorry, I'm itching my nose. What a huge cold. Yeah, that's the first book I read. It was pagan, I believe. I think so. Anyway, I can't remember reading any before that. Well, I did, but they were my friend's mother's books, and I can't remember what the life what they were called. I believe one of them was by Cassandra Easton, but who knows. What are some of your favourite books and why? So, pagan books. Marie Bruce. I love her books. I think it's called Solitary Witchcraft. I think it's just called that. It's like the pink and purple book. I've showed it a couple of times. That's one of my all-time favourite books. Circle Round by Starhawk, and a couple of authors. I believe one is Anne-Marie Gallagher. I'm not sure. Awesome book, Circle Round. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other books are my favourite. I'd say those are my favourite. There are a couple others, but I can't think right now. Some of your least favourite books and why? Now, I don't know, because to be honest, a lot of the books I've read that are in my collection, I love them all. I mean, I haven't really bought a book yet that I don't enjoy. I mean, I don't know whether this question is in terms of pagan books or does it mean in general. So there is one book that I can read it from here. The Illustrated Guide to Witchcraft. That's a book I purchased that I did not like. Reason being, it's all about coven work, and I didn't know it was about coven work, and even though I am very interested in learning about other ways of doing things, it's kind of old-fashioned, and it's kind of, I don't like ceremonies that reference kissing someone's genitals as part of a ritual. That is not what I want out of a, if I was to join a coven, that is not what I would want, you know. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Hi, welcome to the coven. Let me kiss your genitals. Anyway, so that's one book I definitely do not like. It's going by quite fast, actually. Sorry, I've got a terrible ulcer here as well, which is so painful. Ideas to young pagans about what books would be helpful and which ones you would not recommend. I definitely recommend Circle Round. Now, people think that Circle Round is just for pagan parents. It's useful to anybody. It's fantastic. It's got great information on the Sabbats. It's got great ways of understanding things, and it's lovely. I just very much recommend it. I'm not going to recommend Wicca by Scott Cunningham simply because it's, to be honest, if I read it when I was younger, I wouldn't have understood it because the way he writes is quite, I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't have understood it. You guys might, but I mean, it's a great beginning book, but I don't know if it's for the best for the younger generation, if you get what I mean. Definitely recommend Marie Bruce. Solitary Witchcraft. That's fantastic. She's a great writer. I'm not going to recommend The Craft by Dorothy Morrison. I did like the book, but it references bloodletting and ritual, and personally, I've expressed this before, I don't think it's necessary to expose young pagans to bloodletting and ritual because that can cause all kinds of problems. They're not ready yet for that sort of thing. I mean, I wouldn't even do that. I mean, some people feel comfortable with that, but basically, if that's the first book a young pagan is going to read, it's going to make them think, oh right, this is what we have to do, and it's not what we have to do at all. I mean, I when I think of the threefold rule and threefold law, and you know, the fact that you shouldn't harm anyone, I think that includes yourself, doesn't it? So I don't agree with that, but hey ho. And my phone just went off. Sorry, I'm looking around my room because I'm trying to think what books are the ones I'd recommend. Sorry, this is so rude. I'm just waiting for a text. I'm sorry. Right. The books. Actually, I quite like Living Wicker by Scott Cunningham, which is the companion to Wicker. I think that's good. A little reference book. Yeah, those are my main ones. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to beginning books, I just recommend you just a good way is to watch reviews on YouTube. I mean, that's a great way of and Wicker by Scott Cunningham will appear a lot in these reviews. Personally, if I would have read it younger, I wouldn't have understood it and I would have put it down because it would have bored me to death. And I know that sounds really weird because a lot of people really, really highly recommend the book. And yes, I do like the book, but it's a bit boring. It's not interesting enough for people who are just getting into it. And Wicker obviously isn't all just about, you know, the magical side. It's about the kind of faith side as well. But the point is, younger people have a shorter attention span, so which is why I think Wicker by Scott Cunningham might not work initially. I think it's a good book to read anyway, but not initially, before anybody shoots me down. Wicker and Witchcraft for Dummies, I've just caught that one in the corner of my eye. It may sound stupid, it may sound patronising, but if you've seen my review, I very highly recommend that book, and that's a great book to start off with, if you're interested in Wicker particularly. And those are all the recommendations I'm going to give today. Keeping this video short because I'm actually going out soon. Well, short, I say it's short, it's like 7 minutes long already. But yeah, it's been a bit hectic today as well because here in Wales, the Olympic torch has passed through Wales today, passed right through my hometown, right past my house, which is pretty historic if you ask me. So yeah, and I'll see you guys next week on the Unpagan Circle on my personal channel soon. I promise. It's just been really busy. So see you guys soon. Bye.